Well, National Walking Day is April 3rd, and the American Heart Association is inviting people to help celebrate, raise awareness, and get moving that day.
Joining us now is Chrissy Meyer with the American Heart Association to tell us more.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Tell us about this National Walk Day.
Well, so the American Heart Association has been an advocate of getting people moving for a very long time, and that's why over a decade ago, we founded National Walking Day on the first Wednesday of April, and we celebrate every year by encouraging people to get out and go for a walk.
What does this walk raise awareness for?
Well, it really just raises awareness for the fact that walking is good for you, right? It turns out that walking is not just good for your heart, but it's also good for your soul. Science is showing us that the heart-mind-body connection is a very real thing. And by getting out and walking, we're not only doing things that are good for our hearts and our brains, but we're also boosting our mood, reducing stress. And it's just really a good way for you to take the first step, so to speak, on a healthier heart.
How can people get involved then this day? Kind of what are, the times, or how can people, I guess, do this?
Well, we've got companies across Sioux Falls that are going to be participating and encouraging their employees to go for a walk at noon. So if your company is participating, definitely go for a walk. But you can just participate by getting out there and going for a walk. Take a picture of yourself, post it on social media, and encourage other people to go for a walk too.
I love walking, and so I've been really getting into like the science of walking and how it actually is pretty good for you. Can you kind of explain how just kind of those longer, moderate, you're not doing a super heavy impact workout. Walking is something we all know how to, it's fairly simple. So how does that help maintain your heart health? How does staying at those kind of slightly elevated heart rate levels?
Well, the science shows us that about 150 minutes of moderate physical activity a week is really kind of the sweet spot for taking care of your heart. And what we know is walking is one of the best ways to do that. Like you said, just kind of getting your heart a little bit elevated into that little zone. It's something we've all been doing for most of our lives, right? We all kind of know how to walk. And it requires very little equipment. So most of us are able to just do this without having to buy a gym membership or without having to, spend a lot of money. It's a very low barrier way to start getting physically fit.
And sometimes, when you think about walking, you think about community as well, or going on walks with people. How does this kind of also maybe encourage or start those conversations of, hey, maybe let's take a walk on our break every day?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great way to, build camaraderie at work with your work friends. But also in neighborhoods too. I mean, a lot of times we hear that people don't necessarily feel safe going for a walk by themselves, but maybe initiate a walking club with some people in your neighborhood. And definitely walking in numbers is a little bit more fun. Find that when you're walking, you're talking, and you're maybe walking a little faster as you talk. So it's definitely a great way to be social, but also I really love long solo walks with my dog, right? It just is a great way for me to decompress and to kind of relax and, again, reduce that stress that we feel in our lives.
Yeah. If people want to learn more really quick, how can they kind of find more about American Heart Association?
Just go out to heart.org/move-more, and you'll get all the information about National Walking Day and being physically fit.
Awesome. Thanks for being here this morning.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll have to go out on a walk on our lunch break
I
today.
know. We do love taking walks.
Motivated.
There you go. Well, stick around. We have more after the break.